Hello, friends. Welcome back to our short story series. In this series, we are going to share the stories of animals. In this story, two grasshoppers decide to go out and play a game with a little cricket. They play tag and other fun games. Then they decide to play hide and seek, which would be a challenge in the garden, which is full of grass and bushes. When the cricket finds one of the grasshoppers too quickly, he says that she didn't count properly. He complains and complains until there is a big argument. Did you know Katy-Dids are medium-sized to large insects? They are usually green, sometimes with brown markings. They have a thick body, usually taller than it is wide, and long, thin legs. There are hundreds of Katy-Did species, and they are found all over the world. They are more active at night and make lots of noise, but not as loud as cicadas, which are also big noise makers. Now, before we continue with our story, let's start by making sure you are comfy and take some great big belly breaths. Breathing in slowly through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Notice how your belly rises as you fill yourself up with air. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how relaxing it feels as you release the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. You are becoming relaxed, calm, and peaceful. One more time. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Long, long, long ago, so long that this story has had time to become more legend than tale. Two green grasshoppers went out one beautiful sunny day to play with a cricket. They played tag and other fun games that we often like to play. The last game they decided to play was hide and seek, which would be a fun challenge in all the grass and bush in the garden. The place where the player had to hide their eyes was in front of a large leaf. To decide who was first, they played a silly version of Eeny Meeny, and the first chosen was a little cricket called Katy-Did. She was to hide her eyes behind the large leaf and count up slowly to 100 by tens, while the two grasshoppers went off to hide. So the cricket hid her face so that she could not see and began. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Ready or not, here I come. Though there were plenty of good places in which to hide in the garden, one green grasshopper had been a little bit too slow to find a place to hide that suited him. He had not quite yet become fully hidden when the little cricket turned around and caught him. And he began to complain. "You didn't count up to 100. I didn't have time to hide. You should have hollered, 'Coming!' It's not fair. I'm not going to play anymore. You didn't count up to 100. At this, the other grasshopper came out of hiding. "She did count up to 100. She did say 'coming,' he said. Katy-Did. She didn't. She did. She didn't. Katy-Did, did. Katy didn't. Did. Didn't. Katy-Did. Katy didn't. She did. She didn't. Katy-Did. Katy didn't." To this very day, you can hear them arguing in the garden, and the game of hide-and-seek has yet to be finished. Since that time, the grasshoppers who started the argument have been called Katy-Dids, and the whole garden is full of the sounds of their arguments. You can hear hundreds of little voices keeping it up, though nothing is ever decided. So it goes on eternally. Katy-Did. Katy didn't. Did. Didn't. She did. She didn't. For nobody ever wins an argument or discussion in this fashion. Of course, by this time, everyone has likely forgotten what the quarrel was even about. And that's the end of our silly story. I hope you learned something about Katy-Dids. Now say after me, "I believe in myself. I can do anything. I am loved. I am calm, relaxed, and peaceful. Sleep tight."